Now. We're
Started
live.
or
No, we're recording now.
Welcome to our new YouTube video. Today we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons.
We are par for the course. Almost 30 minutes of bullshittery.
Yeah, yeah.
fine.
Listen.
It's Friday.
It is?
I'm sorry, but the flag very dramatically decided to.
Why didn't you stick? Where did it go?
It's Friday. The flag
Right
falls
here.
down.
Listen, the flag heard about the 30 minutes of bullshitting and was like, half-mast, guys.
The flag disapproves.
The one patriot in our midst. Oh no, are you really having a... Why don't you have the Make America Great Again cap on?
It's in the common kitchen. It's a
Why?
common costume. Like when people are about to say something exciting. Questionable, yes.
Something
I was about to
controversial.
say based, but let's not go there. They put it
Oh,
on and
dear.
they just like channel the inner Republican like, and then some weird comment poops out.
Rude.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's do this.
Oh god. Let me just get it.
What does the read through from the chapter?
I don't see the PC death tracker in the background, Julia.
What?
I don't see the player character death tracker.
It's on the top of my shelf because I had to make space for my minis. Okay.
How am I supposed to know how many people have died so far?
It's
then?
fine, no one's gonna die, Kendall. We'll be okay.
Big assumption.
They're gonna
Big
die.
assumption
Of
there, Charlie.
fun!
A friend.
It's just a festival in a very, well-defended town. What could possibly go wrong, right?
We have a great track record with small villages.
Should I be concerned?
A great track record.
Are you a
track
goblin?
record? Oh dear.
I am not a goblin, no.
Alright, you're good then.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Could I perhaps be confused as a goblin?
No.
Listen, the last time the goblins actually, in the end, it worked. Well, depends on the situation, actually.
Killed a good
The-
chunk of them.
Okay, no slandering of my previous characters, of my characters past.
It's homicide?
There's only the present. I didn't start any fires, nor did I burn a whole village down.
It's
Wasn't
just
me.
a Marken massacre. Don't worry about it.
We,
Wasn't
are we
me.
gonna commit a homicide instead?
Only accidentally.
Probably at some point.
Only manslaughter. We don't do
What is it,
homicides in this house.
What is accidental manslaughter as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
Accidental mass manslaughter? Just
that was like 7 sessions in, okay?
Oop.
Give me a break. Okay. Alright, let's do this. So the story begins in Jigo, a small coastal town on the east of Jorges. And you all know it fairly well. It's not gigantic. And the place of interest, at least for today, is the Jumble. You have entered the Jumble, a large district of tangled roads and single-story buildings. Throngs of people, most of them orcs and goblins, move through the streets, laughing, singing, running, and sightseeing. All are enthralled by the rocky sights and sounds of the town's Festival of Merit. You hear snippets of conversation as people pass by. A goblin mother telling her children not to go near the baby horizon-back tortoises that are just running around nearby, with some people gathered around them. There's a drow guard in shining insectile armor complaining to his partner that his gauntlet was crushed by a hulking orc while arm wrestling. And a pair of young orcs in swimwear, hollering as they rush towards the banks of the Ifolian River. All around you, Colorful signs and banners point toward festival booths surrounded by cheering people. On this street alone, you can see a meat pie eating contest near a shop mounted on the back of a massive tortoise. And on the other side of the road, a banner emblazoned with the words Riddles and Rhymes, Unbeatable Riddles. That banner points towards a 3-story temple in the center of the jumble. The town is yours to explore.
Oh man.
Where would you like to go?
So we're
Oh.
together at the moment, right?
Yes, in the location marked by the die. This
Die.
is the. How do I ping?
Uh,
This. Oh, I don't have the pinging module.
yeah.
Anyways, the thing next left and
Yeah,
down
I think we can see the die.
is the giant tortoise with a 3-story building, and there's a meeting pie contest over there.
Okay.
Do you want to start with the pie eating contest?
Which what's the shop you name?
What?
You named the shop.
It is a as you approach, if you want to see what's there, the savory sense of meat, pastry, and spices fill the air around a 3-story building mounted on the back of a gigantic tortoise. A cooking stand and a festival stage with a long table are set up at the tortoise's feet, where an orc stands over a massive oven. She bustles from the oven to the stage and back, placing delicious-looking hand pies at each seat, and stacking more of them on a cooling rack nearby. People are already gathered on stage, including a scrawny, young-looking human with a mop of brown hair and a scruffy beard. There's also a pretty smug-looking drow, sitting with a small smirk on her face, and there's a halfling looking a bit anxious but ready to compete. As you approach, the orc calls out in a melodic baritone. I don't know what baritone is, but don't mind me. Come to sample the best meat pies in the south of West, yes? I sell them for meals up there, but I'm running a pie eating contest down here all day. If you got an orc-sized stomach, that is.
Yeah, I got an orc-sized stomach.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I eat pies all the time, every day. You know, when I'm preparing stuff when I get home, I eat a meat pie every time.
Well, that is going to save you. It costs 5 silver pieces to enter the contest.
Yeah.
You can take a seat. Anyone else? Best pies on the side of West, I tell you.
I think Houdini.
Ooh.
Who, how much pie can you eat?
Oh, I don't eat much, no.
Yeah, but kind of like a
Harvest, would
small
you
pie.
like some pie? And snap Harvest into existence. There's a pie eating contest. Harvest, would you like to join them? Harvest, you're being silent. Harvest? Harvest? He's being
Hey.
silent today. I don't know why.
You know what? I'm gonna also join. Sure.
Amazing. The more the merrier.
Yes. Yes, is it like a team pie eating contest? Or can I
Oh,
win?
No. To each their own.
Yes.
As there can only be the one ultimate pie eater.
Not to
He's
ruin
gonna
the
try to
camera, but I
offer.
think you can perhaps run away with this.
Anybody else? And I guess Hanva is going to look at Pretty, look him up and down. Somebody,
But,
anybody else?
What about this fellow, D? Do you want some pie?
D is being kind of just like standing about maybe 5 feet back, just eyeing the pies suspiciously.
Come on, boy, it's orc pie.
Yeah,
I think I'll
it
pass.
looks like.
Ah, you're lost.
Hey T, do you maybe have spare 5 silver coins?
Yeah,
I
bro.
have No silver
Yes.
coins.
Gold coin would do as well.
Of course, a gold coin would do.
Seemingly just wanting to, more than anything, like, you know the meme of like, here's $10, now fuck off. She hands over the gold coin.
Perfect. Would you split that with Parvis? Remember?
What did you say, Kendall? Sorry.
Fuck, it was Sky.
It was me. I
Yeah,
have a
would
gold
would,
coin
would you
now.
split the
I would
five
participate.
with Parvis? He's being silent, but I think he wants to
Uh,
participate.
Agatha will collect
Sure, it's
the money that you're giving her and tend to Houdini. Oh, I'm sorry. It's for humanoids ish only. I mean, you can join, but no familiars, no frogs.
Listen, it's not familiar. It's frog.
Parvis is my friend. He's
I see.
a
The thing
long-time
is,
companion.
like, how, and she's like this a little bit concerned of like weighing her words. Well, how does he feel about you know, eating frog pies?
But he's not a frog.
Well, he looks like one for sure.
Yes, but you also look like a tall green thing, and I don't call you tall green thing.
Well, and I don't eat other tall green things.
Yes, and he's not a frog.
I mean,
Well,
you are an orc. I mean, don't you eat everything?
well, not unless it's in a pie.
Okay. So say if we took, let's just say for the sake of argument that we had some orc, and we put it in a pie, would you eat it?
Listen, I've got a contest to run, okay? You in or you out? Owlman.
Parvis is in, yes.
No. He is not in.
Parvis, speak for yourself. Why are you being silent? He can't talk. He speaks common and infernal.
I know. I am aware.
Okay.
For
All
the
right.
sake
I
of
don't know.
I think he's giving you silent treatment.
But we'll just
Havra
watch.
is eyeing the frog suspiciously. At some point, she's going to lean towards him, like, "If you want to whisper, you can whisper." No,
I dislike pies.
that's okay.
Don't tell it. Alright. I got it. Growing a little bit impatient with you and people waiting to see the concert start ushers you to take a seat on the stage. So we have Havra, Sky, and Aerith participating. Is that correct?
Guy, are you fronting everyone with that gold coin?
I mean, I pay for my participation. I bucket the other half because it's like 10 silver is 1 gold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
I
get
pocket
your guardian gave you 2 tickets for 2
That's
2
okay.
rides in this park.
I'll just have some change for another ride.
I swear I read on a Reddit post about this campaign that don't worry, your players won't take too many tries at stuff. They're cheap. Here we are.
Abruf will hand over 5 silver to participate.
She'll collect
Yeah, Havra will hand out.
clap her hands, turn to the crowd. Amazing, everyone. Our contestants. Let's start with regular, traditional, I guess, special meat pie, and she's gonna slide the first 6 pie slices in front of you, and on her signal, you begin eating. The first pie goes down pretty easily. They taste great. The meat is seasoned to perfection, and the crust is light and fluffy. Well, however, there's not much chance to savor the flavor of the pies, as the goal is to each as many as possible. As everyone downs the first pie, you get another slither right in front of you. And I'd like you guys to make me a Constitution check. Saving throw. Saving check. Check. Check.
Check.
How do you
Not a
roll?
save.
Checkmate.
Forgotten.
What?
You click on the word Constitution on your character sheet. And want a saving throw or a check, and you're like, check please.
Okay.
And then you roll.
Ooh.
We are amazing.
Let me just roll stuff. Oh, okay. I see. So, Aerith, you're sitting next to this drow that was so smug about it, and you also said you eat a lot of pies, right? Oh, all the
Yeah.
time, all the pies.
Yes.
Well, today it was one too many, and both of you can barely hold it in. I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, now it's a saving throw.
Both of you look at each other, almost vomiting, and you lock eyes for a second. You're like, no, we're strong. We're gonna hold it in. We're holding it in. No.
I'm a
How-
proud prof.
However, you're unable to get even a next bite in as it comes straight back up, and you're holding there, being like, nope.
I had some business to tend to, so I can't eat too much pie. I got invited to some pie over the other side of the street.
I was like, the dressing is like, yeah, business, important shit. And also,
You also going
Yeah.
for?
the stuff we agreed to, yep.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
And you both like supporting each other mentally leave the stage
Yep.
just not to smell any more pies. The rest of you, it goes pretty okay. You can see that the human guy burps loudly after the slice. It also didn't go too easy, but they're still going in. And another slice, of a slightly different color, more red tinted than the other one, slides in, and you begin eating. And I'd like you to make another Constitution check for me, please. Oof.
Twinsies.
Yay!
I have
How do you have both a +3 and a +1? What's happening?
Well, if you guys confidently start the next pie, they're really good, and you almost finish at exactly the same time, still eating very quick. However, when you look beside you, the human guy is not doing so well. He pats you, Sky, on the back, saying good luck, and actually it makes the pie go down easier. So and then also
Thanks,
moves
man.
away. Just no problem, mate. And comes off the stage, holding
I got him.
standing next to you, D. Looking at you, be like, well, that's a tough one, mate. no, I wouldn't. No, we'll not do that again until next year. And a female halfling also failed to eat the pile, running away and violently retching it outside. Fortunately, outside of you guys' smell, because it wouldn't be nice. However, there's only 2 of you left, and another pie slides in front of you. You can eat.
Yay,
I was going to
bye.
look at Sky before the last chance to back out.
No, you.
Fair point.
Well, Sky, you get so excited to race and eat more pie, then you take a bite that is just too big, and you cannot handle anymore. I'd like to make a Constitution saving throw. All right. Your stomach rumbles a little bit in a very weird way, but you manage to hold it in. Nothing too bad happens. However, any next bite would result in immediate throw up. However, I mean, it's just another slice of pie, right? You down it pretty easily, and before you know it, you're the last one that is there. Agatha comes towards you, pats you very strongly on the back, which almost make it all come back. I was like, it seems we have a winner. Best pies, huh? She takes your hand and pulls it up. As soon as you the winners, almost like, pulling you up from your seat, and hangs a pie. You guessed it, a meat pie shaped medal on your neck,
Yay.
and then helps you down the stage as you always. It's a lot of food, but you won, and I have an item for you. It's magical.
Nice.
However, you reconnect with your group standing nearby, and the human guy standing next to you, who is trying to make small talk. But then he smelled terrible. Like, you know how he smelled like meat pies, not in a nice way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. Dee would have kind of just given like a her best attempt at like a friendly smile, which probably comes across as a bit weird, like a very forced grin, and she says, "Nice try. I'm sure you'll do well next year."
Oh, I swear I did great last year.
Right.
And as you come down, Howard said, "Oh, there's the winner." I mean, that was pretty good. Not gonna lie, all of you gave it your best, and he burps loudly with that. Well, you should come in at sunset. There's more contests to do, and the final ceremony would be great. I think. Well, I'm planning on participating, so you should come. Ugh.
You will.
Meanwhile,
Everything's gonna congratulate Hara. Like, yeah, I knew you were a strong gal from the letters we sent each other. I knew you will pull through. I let you win by leaving the contest. It's all your victory. You see, the time that Jacob has rubbed off. He's competitive.
Sure. And Hammer is just going to look at him and, if you let me win, then it won't be a problem because I'm going to take one to go actually because they're really good. And then we can like do a little rematch if you want.
See, with my pal I left with, we actually went and ate some pie just across this. I can't fill any more pie, unfortunately. But if I could, I would have won. Yeah.
Sure. I'm still going to take one to go. Bro,
I got to give it to you with a very big smile on her face. I actually have a picture of her.
I thought you had a picture of the pie, and I was excited for a
Well,
second. I'm gonna be
there is
honest.
a picture of the pie too.
Oh, that was fascinating. Your jaw practically unhinged as you was eating all those down.
Years
Aw.
of practice.
Years of practice noted. What do you do to practice? Do you just eat large things or
Pies mostly, but yes.
pies? You just eat a lot of pies and allows you to unhinge your jaw. Fascinating. He notes it down in a notebook.
See,
Are we-
Zine, you can also note that I am also good at eating pies.
Yes, you were certainly good at eating pie. None of them
Yes.
that you ate.
Yes, definitely. That's good.
So, where to next? Do we wanna? I mean, we can do the rhymes, but they're always the lame parts of the festival. Or we can look for something else.
I mean, I think
mean, Dee, aren't you into poetry? Like poetry, rhymes,
You can see she's been
lyrics?
eyeing up that. You said that on one of there's like a tower which had it was advertising something to do with riddles, was it?
Yeah. Yes. There
Yeah,
was.
you would see that Dee's kind of looking off in that sort of direction and turns to you and just nods. I think that would be interesting.
Alright.
Yes,
Let's
riddles
go
would be good.
then.
We could do some riddles.
Yeah.
So you head down the road towards the. Is it token? I am very proficient in Foundry. How do I move this? Oh no, it's like templates. Ah, there we go. Yeah. I definitely didn't spawn a different run.
You would never.
Oh no, it's the strike back of the templates.
Amazing.
You head down the road towards the banks. And you can see more stuff happening here. There is a banner right next to this tower saying, as I mentioned before, riddles and rhymes, unbeatable riddles. And further down, you can see a maze built just by the pier. And and some tortoises down there being herded. They're pretty young, being herded, and some people are currently riding them. Right
Oh,
next
they're
to
like big tortoises.
so they grow out. They're technically baby gigantic tortoises. So they're already gigantic. They grow up to be the foundation of many houses here, like the mobile shop you just visited for the pie eating contest. They usually carry a home on top of it. Just like it's like a van, just a tortoise.
Like a staircase on top of the back of it, or a ladder or something.
Yes, actually, I think I do also have a picture for that. Let me look into the handouts.
So basically, some people live in their cars.
Yes, pretty much.
On
yeah.
their cars.
It's like a convertible.
You mentioned that some people are riding the tortoises. Is there like a children's, closed out pen and you can ride the tortoise?
There's not only children riding them. They're big enough to be rode by adults as well.
Wonderful,
There is
then
a
we'll
section
have
just for children that are like actually baby tortoises that are not bigger than a pony. So if they fall off, you can also see one of the tortoises sometimes trying to eat a bit of hair of the person who's currently riding them by its life.
They are sassy. So-
Hara, could you do you think you could beat me in a tortoise race? I mean,
Probably.
tortoise
I mean,
abilities. You never said anything about him, but I think I could beat you in a tortoise race.
I can try. They're animals. They're friendly.
Would I know any person who handles these tortoises since I've been here a while?
Well, you can go for there, or you have the temple with riddles that.
Yeah, let's do the riddles first since we arrived here, and
We'll do the
Sassy
race later.
wanted to
the
do
race.
them, and
I really also think that might be a good idea to do, a tortoise race after your stomach settles down, after all of your stomachs settle down, because locomotion sickness can be very real on a spiked gigantic tortoise, especially a young and one that wants still to.
Abrif tries to be brave, but he's not.
Good for him. Okay. I want to change the music. Excuse my
riddle time.
Thief. No. Exploration. No. Ooh, calm. Yes. There we go. That's what I wanted. You entered this. This is too loud. Thank you. You entered this tower. There are 3 tables set on the first floor or ground floor for my fellow Europeans. There is a couple people here, and you barely can hear all of the ruckus that is going on outside. It's very calm inside, almost eerie like. There's an elderly goblin in blue robes that presides over the set of tables. One table holds a wooden box. The second displays a glittering star map of the Exandrian sky. And on the third rests a row of colored bottles. A banner over the setup reads, test your wit with me against these riddles 3. Jesus Christ, why? Test your wit with me against these riddles 3. Without the Jesus Christ part. There's only 2 people inside. One of them being a human, you would assume a teenager girl currently fiddling with the box, and you see the box make a static shock when she squeaks a little bit and drops it back on the table, and walks out disappointed. And the other one currently around the map is a drow, looking very, you know, that person that really wants to dress elegant and like be mystical and stuff, but it somehow doesn't really connect when it's just a bit off. But he tries to, be very elegant and has long, white flowing hair. Currently, looking at the star map. The goblin motions towards you and calmly said, "Come, please. You can try any of those riddles you like. All of you can try each riddle twice. It costs 2 silver pieces to answer one riddle. And you're welcome to look around. Each riddle has a setup. So be my guests. Show off your intellect, my dear ones."
D walks in, and I suppose takes out a gold coin. I don't have any silver pieces.
Oh,
Hopefully this
that's
will do.
quite all right, dear. I have one. Do you want to? How much change would you like?
Um, I suppose 10 silver for 1 gold, and then I can try one of the riddles.
Oh, of course. So as you want to try one of the riddles, she gives you back 8 silver pieces, basically.
I will go as well.
Yeah. Heather doesn't seem particularly interested, but she's going to go over for the, social aspect.
Of riddles. So
I'm gonna be honest, she has the pie that she was just, I'm assuming it's like wrapped in, a cloth, and she's kind of looking at it like, we really shouldn't. Bats!
you can see the drow elf finishes the riddle, scribbling something on a piece of parchment and handing it over to the goblin. The goblin said, "Oh, well, very very well," and passes a medal to him. He doesn't leave though. He just stands there, and watches. Which riddle would you like to approach first? There's the box on the table, there's map on the table, and there's bottles on the table.
I'll approach the map.
Map.
Sure. Let's.
So you approach the middle table with a map. The star map depicts constellations and everything visible on the Exandrian night sky, accompanied by the following riddle. It's uncommon. 2 birds sit in a speckled field, one silver and calm, one scarlet with woe. Nigh all year, the red one yields to silver's illusions, mischief, and shouting glow.
Did you paste that in the chat?
Yes.
So there are 2 birds, and one is a dick.
Find the dick on the map.
To answer the riddles, you must identify and point the birds on the star map. What are you thinking?
Is the only one like allowed to approach it? Are we supposed to do it as a group or like a
Yes,
one
yes, of
person?
course. Each of you that pays the, you can work as a group. There's no rules about being a single-handedly into. So you're all huddled into over the table.
Let's start with the basics. Is anything on the map red?
Roll me a perception check.
Ah yes. Let's.
Is it just a star map or like?
It's a map of the night sky.
Just the stars, or does it like have the moons, or what all's there?
The moons are also there. Yeah, everything you can see on the night sky. 13. Yeah, you run across the map as they're still looking at the riddle, and even there's only one single red point on this map, and it is a moon, a red moon of Exandria called Ruidus.
Scanner looks at the. Well, this is the only red thing on the map. So unless red is like a metaphor for something.
No, I think it makes sense. It's Ruidus, and then the other moon, which Kendall doesn't remember, but
You can
Houdini
roll me
would.
a history check. Everyone can actually.
Okay.
Where
Hey,
did
Ruth,
it happen?
you've never seen the sky so big.
Man, it's.
Yes.
I'm starstruck looking at the map.
Exactly. It also glitters a little bit. It's clearly not just a piece of parchment. It's really
Nice.
however, you found the one moon. That's fine. You don't remember other
Yeah.
moons. I mean, sometimes there's more than one, right? Right?
There are
Right?
like 2 or 3. Some.
Some. And they're not always full, which is great. However, D and Dini, Sky you didn't roll. Okay, cool. I'm not missing.
No, Sky is just looking at the map and thinking, yes, this is Sky, but night.
Is it me? Cool, anyways, you guys remember that it is the last line would refer to the divine portfolio of the Sayanin, the Moon Weaver, one of the gods, and you know that the name of the other moon is Katha, Catha. That's not important. I don't know if that's how you read it.
So the last line relates to the worship of Sahanin?
Yeah. To her
So
divine portfolio, illusions, mischief, and sheltering glow.
gotcha.
And you can also, do you recall that the second line, the Scarlet with Vo, would also confirm that it probably is Bradus. As there's many superstition of what happens if children are born during the full moon and the general influence of this moon on Exandria. And you, both looking at the map, you're quite fast to find the other moon on it as well.
It's Rudis and Katha, and that last line is about Sahanin.
The goblin that hears it. Oh, is this your final answer?
Yes, I think so.
What about the rest of you?
I agree.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the map. I trust small guy.
Oh,
Brady sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
trust
And
is
the
very
riddle is
important.
about birds, so it works.
I see. Very smart, Lord. That is correct. You only need one more riddle each to earn the Medal of Wit.
I'll walk over
Which
to the
you wanna-
one with the glass bottles.
Alright. She collects another 2 pieces from everyone that wants to participate in.
Houdini will. Houdini will.
Walk over, but she won't.
Okay.
Okay, she's just hanging out.
All right, and there are 7 bottles lined on this table. The first one, I should have drawn a drawing for it. The first one is purple. Second one green. You can ask me about this anytime, right? First is purple. Second is green. Third is blue, sky blue. The fourth bottle is white. The fifth bottle, purple. 6, green. And 7, red. I actually no, I cannot do the screenshot.
Purple, blue, green.
I posted it.
Green, blue,
Oh,
white, purple,
White, purple.
red. Exactly. And accompanying to it, there is a riddle. You guessed it. 2 of us are brewed from blight, and always suck to purple's right. 3 are juice, 1 burns like flame, and no 2 colors taste the same. Even flasks hold naught but pain, and shade of sky will leave a stain. Though tasty are those at each end, neither is the winner's friend. A puzzle for the keen and wise. Drink the light to claim your prize. I also posted it.
I think. Is everyone standing at the bottles looking at them?
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I would like to ask Houdini to step away for a bit. Houdini, can you come over here for a bit?
sure. 1 second.
We'll walk a bit away. I'm like, so Houdini, I have never told you this, but can you tell me what colors they are? Cause I'm colorblind. I would really like to know.
Oh, so from left to right, it's purple, green, sky blue,
Yeah.
white, purple, red, green.
Okay.
Green, red,
Red.
but yes.
Yes.
Green,
yes.
red.
And everything's just there like purple, green, sky blue. Yes. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. He doesn't. He don't remember.
So we need to drink from the one which we think is correct, or just point it out.
Yes. Drink. Drink the light to claim your prize. You do have to drink. It's not COVID there. You can drink from the same bottle.
Else.
D, having come up with a potential answer, will reach out to the 5th bottle along the second purple one, and we'll take a sip.
5th bottle.
Yeah, so purple, green, blue, white, purple. 5th one.
Okay, purple bottle number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You take a sip. For a second, you don't feel anything. But then there's a warm feeling spreading around your stomach, and your skin starts emitting very dim silvery light that you cannot see because it's a 5 feet radius.
She kind of just looks at her hand. Is this a good thing, or
Wait, which one did you drink?
the 5th one?
The 5th one.
2,
I
3,
think it
4,
should
5.
be
You
the
drank a
correct
purple one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it made you burn like
It
you
made
glue
me,
or
it
you
made me
glowed.
glow as silver.
Yeah. I mean, drink the light, so that would go.
This would-
Hello, is this?
Is this normal? Do I need medical attention?
Even flasks hold not but plain pain.
The goblin looks at you kindly and like kind of pats your hand. Don't worry, darling. Everything will be resolved after they finish their competition as well. Okay, just don't worry about it.
Being told to not worry about it makes Dee worry more, so she just looks for a chair to sit down in. Tries to slow her breathing, which is now very rapid.
You see that the lights goes like a little bit, you know, if you're on the edge of it, it fades out and it comes back a bit for a second.
I'm going to quickly see if how smart Havre smart today. Holy shit.
The pies are fueling her brain.
Yes. So it's not the one that. Okay. You out. You out. You out.
I'm also landing on the 5th.
You out. And you out. And you out.
In the meantime, Sky just comes
Yes.
over to D, tries to like pats her on the shoulder, like, "You'll be fine. At least your
3 juice.
skin is
1
glowing,
like
you know?
flame.
I have to use a moisturizer or something."
After a minute of glowing, it fades. You're not glowing anymore.
I'm gonna be honest, Havra, like if somebody's standing right next to it, Havra is having an emotional crisis. If somebody's standing right next to like the bottles with her, you can see her. The 5th one I think is the correct one. But the 1 and the 7 are tasty.
Yes, they would be tasty, but I don't think we should drink them.
But they are tasty? Sure, and she takes the sip of the 5th. Oh no, she didn't pay, so she is not guessing this time. She's still guessing what.
Wait.
Yeah. But they're tasty.
If anyone,
We ask if you can take a sip for free.
After they guess, they will.
1 burns like flame.
Not the.
It's
if
fine.
anyone's character is still wondering which one, you can roll me an intelligence check.
I think it's supposed to be this, but I'll roll the intelligence check.
Okay.
I too will roll.
7.
Not sure.
Not sure.
Did I know?
So what was your what was your thinking, Aerith?
I'm gonna guess purple as well. The 5th one.
Okay.
Arif doesn't really see the colors. Like he knows there are some greens and a red at the end, but that's all he knows.
Okay. So you recall. Actually, you don't recall anything. Like you were a bit unsatisfied that you cannot focus on the colors and figure it real this way. You remembered that the potion that they drank is considered known as the glow potion or the light potion here in Jigo. It's pretty common. So you figure out that if it's drink the light, it's literally the light potion. So you would also be inclined to drink from the bottle number 5.
I think I know this brew. I think it's the 5th one.
Hey, it's Carlsberg.
It is.
Does it make you brighter?
Whiter every single day. Right? Which bottles do you guys wish to drink?
Arif will drink from the 5th one.
You also start glowing, and you notice the you guys notice the guy next to the door smiling. The
It's
growl.
poison. We're gonna die.
Oh, don't
Light was green.
poison
Green
you.
was
It's a
light.
friendly competition, dear. The goblin. What are you saying, Kendall? What do you mean? Also,
No, you're good. We're good. He drank the 5th one as well.
okay. Was anyone else participating? Sky?
No.
All right. And as all of you that have paid for this riddle, success, the goblin is looking visibly like impressed, and she approaches you. She says, very well, very well. You all won your medal, of course, but maybe you wish to try the 3rd riddle as well.
D nods as soon as the idea is
On the
suggested.
house, on the house down.
Arif looks
This is
at,
fun. Let's
at
go.
Cobra
I
and is
like it.
Yeah, I'll do the 3rd. Yeah.
After they get their medals, like before they, she goes, hold on, there's a medal for like everybody.
Well, now you have to solve 2 riddles correctly, my dear.
Yeah, but the Havra throws like, well, she like chucks them at the and you know takes a big old sip of the number 5.
I see. I appreciate the canning. I'm sure it was all wit. No stuff. But then again, you're welcome to try the riddle number 1. Actually, you can start first, Sky. Oh no, she doesn't know your name. You can start first, my dear. We'll see if you can solve it and earn your medal as well. On the house.
Me?
Oh, of course, yes.
I can give it a try, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead, please. So you approach the first table. There is on this table. There's a locked wooden box and 4 metal. On a placard beside the box, the following is written in common: bronze, copper, silver, gold. Ancient ones from tales of old. Match the key to the box's lock. A mistaken choice begets a shot. Poetry man.
Arif just frantically walks with like, yeah. I know metal and stuff. I know metal and stone. And
Wait,
he just
wait,
looks
wait,
at it. It doesn't say anything. It just looks at it.
Okay.
Does the lock on the box
Mhm.
look like any color?
Yeah, is it made out of anything or something? Does it have any words on it? I don't know.
There is no words on it. But when you examine it closely, as you hold it to Sky, and all of the others are kind of looking pretty
Yeah.
huddled, just to everyone wants to take a peek. Closer examination of the box shows you that the lock is shaped like a dragon.
Hey.
And the edges are decorated with engravings of pearls and shells. You can roll me, if you're proficient, in Arcana or History.
Oh, I can roll on Arcana.
Well.
So, Aerith, you look at the box and the look doesn't tell you much, but you realize, metal, right? Metallic stuff. You realize that the lines might not talk about just metals, but also specific types of metallic dragons, as the lock says. And D, you recognize that the aquatic decorations of the lock would indicate a bronze dragon.
Are there a selection of keys to pick from?
There is. There's a bronze, copper, silver, and a gold one.
I'll go and pick up the bronze key and try that.
Works. Works like a charm. There's nothing in the box. Unfortunately, but the box is opened, and the goblin walks over to you and says, "Oh, very well. This is quite extraordinary, I have to say. I think you've matched today's record set by our Dilgalsariat over there," and the drow kind of just waves it at you with a smile.
He kind of awkwardly waves back.
And then the goblin goes under one of the tables. And what do you say, sorry?
Oh, I just said D kind of awkwardly waves back.
The goblin grabs medals from under the table and gives one to each and every one of you. Let me know in a second. Where am I? Festival guide. Jesus. We're here. Okay. Let me know if you get a thing in your inventory. Habra. And now it should be also in Houdini's, in Sky's.
Yeah, there's a medal
These.
of a meat pie.
No, this is a different one.
Yeah, I just got.
This would be in our inventories?
Yeah,
inventory equipment.
it would work, but I guess it doesn't. It's fine. I'll drag it to you.
Shit, that's a cool thing.
Okay, so Aerith would have one. The medal is sculpted to resemble a head of a fox.
I did not have one show up in my inventory.
Yeah, you didn't get one.
What?
Oh, I got one
Houdini.
right now.
It didn't. The drag and drop that I tried before didn't work, so now I'm dragging him the way that I know work.
Aha, medal of wit. Looks like a crab.
Doesn't have one yet, D?
I don't have one yet, no.
You would like one, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Does anyone have one? A medal of wit? Sky does not have one today.
I don't. Yeah,
I shall drag it onto your character sheet as of now.
There it is.
I think it's a Brian. So as you look at the medal, their properties are known to you. You shouldn't have to spend time. You know, it's not identify kind of way. When you look at it, the goblin would kindly explain to you what they do. It's a simple magical item that gives you advantage on intelligence checks and saving throws for an hour, and then the magic evaporates. While you're looking at your fox head-shaped medals, Galsariot, before mentioned by the goblin, approaches you and also says in a very soft, almost on a verge of whisper-like voice, "Quite impressive, I have to agree. Your cunning is a cut above of that everyone else in town, isn't it? Well, I'd be interested in testing my wits against you in the grand finale. Hope to see you there." And he winks towards your general direction, and then leaves.
Is that a mating ritual? Were you winking at us? Is this normal for elves and, well, specifically drow? I'm familiar with elves, but drow not so much.
He does not turn around. Oh, well, actually, just before he locks the door, he turns around, winks at you again, and leaves.
2 winks? How weird.
I think you found yourself a mate, Houdini.
I'm, I guess, thankful, but not interested.
Sure, Houdini? It looks quite nice.
No, he's probably far too young for me. Oh wait, no, he's a drow. He could be older.
How old are you, Houdini?
Me? As Kendall looks at his back.
42.
42.
So you've been around, eh?
I've been quite well traveled in the Feywild, but not much here on the material plane.
This something wild you talk about. I know metals and stone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Feywild is quite fascinating, though many don't leave there remembering their trips.
Just so for the sake of my sanity, do you usually would Houdini usually have Parvis out in the space or blinked out?
He would, but Parvis would be invisible.
Again, I didn't hear you.
He would have Parvis out, but Parvis would be invisible during the entire thing.
Okay. Sure thing. Right. There's some more people coming in. Some of them check out the riddles and they just promptly leave. Some of them are giving it their try with the kind elder serving them there. However, when you leave the tower, you're met back with the very festive, and loud music and general ambience of the city. Well, where would you like to go next? Tortoises?
So, yeah, so the tortoise race.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Me and
Alright.
Habra have something to settle.
All right. So after you leave, you immediately rush to the big open space where the horizonback turtles are herded currently. Festival goers are clustered around a paddock full of young horizonback tortoises that are shuffling around inside that enclosure. It's pretty big. This 15-foot tall tortoises, baby tortoises, guys. 15-foot tall tortoises are being tended by young herders who are fitting them with makeshift bridles. These individuals are overseen by a tall, attractive orc who makes sure the bridles are touched correctly. The orc waves at you and says, "Huh? Have you come to join the horizonback migration? There's a tortoise for each one of you, and a medal to be won if you make it to the end in one piece." Last year we had to rebuild the 3 houses after the festival.
Yeah, yes, I remember. I rebuilt those houses.
That was
Give
pretty
me
expensive.
that medal.
I assisted.
Very true, very true. You all know how this goes. They can be quite wild, and he pats one of the tortoises, then quickly retreating his hand as the tortoise tries to just taste it.
Not bad.
Very, very well. So he proceeds to explain to you. I'm checking if it's free. It might be free, you guys.
Oh my god, we found the one free attraction.
The
This is
one
where
which
we
I
are
would pay the
spending
most money for is free?
You guys don't understand the demand this attraction has.
Also, this is where we are spending the rest of the day, just riding tortoises.
Yeah.
Okay. So he opens the fence for you guys and says, come in, as this is helping the town. Maybe except those buildings. It is free to participate in. We do not encourage children, however. I don't think you are children, but if you are, please make sure you have your parents' consent. Okay.
What is the contest about? What are we gonna do with these tortoises? Are we gonna race to the very end, or?
Well, you can raise them. That would be certainly something. Basically, we have to migrate them to a bigger enclosure on the other side of town because they're growing a bit too big for this one, aren't they? So each of the saddle is equipped one rider per tortoise. All right, and then I'll lead the way, and you make sure to hang on tight, and try not to get injured and stuff.
What are the rules, just so I may ask?
Yes.
What are the rules?
Oh yes. So you climb up to your tortoise, right? And on that
Yes.
circle, we go from one place to the other place, right? Following me,
Yes.
right? Okay, good. Very glad. All right, and then if you're at the end of the race in one piece, and your tortoise is also there, you win your medal. Pretty easy, right, man?
Okay, so just ride the tortoise and hold on to the rein?
You can do whatever you like. We've had a person attempt a handstill on a tortoise once. Let me emphasize,
Right.
I said attempt.
Arif can't even contain himself. He's thinking about how he's gonna outdo Haber on this one.
Do we get to
Black
pick
mates.
the tortoise that we want to ride?
Oh, if you wish to do so, sure.
Dee is gonna start kind of just pacing around the paddock.
Vibe checking. Are you vibe checking?
I'm vibe checking the tortoises.
All right, roll me both animal handling followed by an insight check.
I am proficient in neither of these.
It's fine.
For a great
Oh, see the first one, the second one.
Okay, okay. What are you looking for? You want
The main thing I'm looking for, I feel like, is temperament, because based on what this guy's saying, it's not so much about the speed of the tortoise, more so the ability to hold on tight. So the temperament, and I guess also speed as well, but temperament for the
Okay.
most part.
So you walk around. There's quite a few of them. As you know, like in Jacob, they grow them, ish. I don't know if you grow them. You know, they tend to them, and then they are either sold or houses are built on them. This is where they train. This is part of the economy of the town and one of the villages next to it. So there's plenty of them, and most of them, well, they're young, so they're semi trying to eat the bridle. They're getting on
Bridle.
the thingy bridle. The bridle they're getting on. So you kind of walk around them, and for a while, nothing really catches your attention. There's some tortoises that are trying to eat each other's tails, but then on the side to the fence on the other side from where it came in, there's one that is just kind of minding their own business. It stands to the side. Is kind of a darker shade. With the shell having a really nice symmetric pattern. And he looks at you for just a brief second. You can almost see that, like, if there was an intellect in its eyes. And then he quickly swats with his tail at a tortoise that tried to eat him.
I'll approach that one. Also,
Alright, Adam turns to you and says, "Oh, I see you made a choice. Very nice, very nice. This is Florentina. Say hi, Florentina. Very nice, very well. All right. Anyone else wants to pick a tortoise, or do you want to play a little bit with your luck?
Is one of these good-tempered?
Oh, all of them. We trained them, right? Oh, they're just young. You know what they say, tortoises will be tortoises.
Like Mormon children, right?
What?
It's like Mormon children, right? It'll be wild.
Yeah.
The tortoise's favorite treat.
Told.
Yes.
I didn't hear you.
Meat
What do
pies?
the tortoises? Yeah, what do they like to eat? What are their favorite treats?
Oh, at this age, they'll eat about anything. If it's small enough or if you can bite it. Otherwise, they switch to, trees. But that's when they grow a bit taller. Actually, they're really good for making roads. If Jorhas wasn't such a wasteland, it would be plenty of work for them.
Avrith will walk up to Havra and be like, if this one starts biting at me and nibbling at me, can you get me off? I'm not the tallest person around and might start nibbling at me. So
I mean, if you stay, I don't think they bend like backwards. So if you stay on it, nobody.
I will stay on it. But let's.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
if
It's
I
like a fail safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that you're standing next to Adam says, well, this one doesn't know it doesn't bend backward. I would pick a different one. It definitely tried.
Say, Adam, can you just point to the one that's not gonna throw me off?
Well, I surely can. And he goes like that with his head. Okay.
Avrith is gonna
Okay.
pick one at random.
Okay.
Houdini will pick the one that's next to one there.
Okay.
Have is just going to pick the
Sky
one.
is-
Go ahead.
No, Sky's gonna walk around and see which one matches their vibe the most, meaning is the most colorful, kind of a bit extra looking for a tortoise.
Okay, perception check. All right. You walk around for a bit. You pass D with her darker tortoise, but that's not what you're looking for. And then you find a tortoise. You're not sure if it's scales or not, but it seems to have those little pink swirls on every scale on their shell, and a little pink coloring on their face, and the bridle that young herder put on it is also a very vibrant color of pink, baby pink.
Amazing.
Also,
That's my tortoise.
there's a lot of pink on this one, and you can notice the girl that is holding him is feeding him pink flowers, and there's pink bows on her too. And she looks at you. Oh, you want this one? This one is the best. I tended to him since it was this small. Like, it was an egg. I mean, actually, the egg was bigger, but it's okay. It's okay. You can ride him. His name's Bush. Second name George.
Hi, Bush.
Go ahead. I'm sure you're gonna get there in one piece. Well, just okay. So his favorite house is this way. Don't go this way. Yes, it is my house. If you were wondering. Okay, and she gives the reins to you, and with that, I think everyone has a. Oh, Havra, you didn't pick.
I mean, I would pick whatever is closest to me. I'm just.
Alright. As soon as you are all sat on the on your tortoises of choice, two young herders open the gate, and Adam jumps onto his own tortoise and say, "Okay, this way, everyone, eh? Let's keep together. Let's get there in one piece. And remember, tortoises can bite you, but please don't bite other contestants yourself. Thank you." And he proceeds walking out of the gate. And I'd like you all to roll first animal handling check.
Eating the tortoise,
Okay.
right?
Uh-oh.
Regular. We're riding the tortoise.
What? Yeah, you're right.
Are we riding the tortoise?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Houdini's gonna grab the rein with his feet and just fly above it.
Okay. So, well, I still will have you roll me a animal handling check.
Oh, fair.
All right. So, let me check the DC. Interesting. Well, it is above 4. Let's tackle this tortoise last. Havra, Sky, Aerith, you head out first. You are the closest ish to Adam's tortoise, so you slowly make your way there. They're not the easiest animals to rein, right? They wiggle weirdly, and you see that they're still learning how to carry weight on their tortoise shoulders. But you manage. You kind of, try to maneuver them tail by tail. Actually, Sky, your pink decorated tortoise, kind of grabs the tail of Havra's tortoise, making it incredibly hard for you, Havra, to maneuver it, and just walks after it. Your tortoise, it feels like nothing there. He feels free, This is what he was destined for. An endless journey, which you don't know where you go, but you can choose for yourself, because there's nothing holding you back. And you just glide through, almost surpassing Adam, holding him a little back because you don't really know where you're going, so it would be irresponsible to just let him lead like that. But Adam looks at you and, impressive, amazing, keep it up, little guy. Meanwhile, D, well, you matched with this tortoise on your vibe check. It is quite dissatisfied with the state of competition. Doesn't like to go last. He would rather be in the front, so he tries to rush forward violently. Well, the force that it starts with, incredible pace. You really picked a fast one. It throws you back a little bit, and I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure. I can do these. 10.
Uh-oh.
Well, the worst part about this is that the speed takes you by surprise, and you don't manage to quite hold on, and you land right next to your tortoise. It's not going too fast. After all, they're gigantic tortoises. How fast can they go, right? However, you take damage.
Shit.
Where's my mouse?
I can like die from a turtle.
5 blackening damage. I rolled pretty
Okay.
high.
If I was a commoner, I would be dead.
But you're a hero.
That's why it's free. You
Um,
can pay with your life.
all right. You can still try to climb back onto your
Yeah,
tortoise.
I'm gonna
It's
jump back
still
onto the tortoise.
advancing. No, going after the tortoises in front of them.
I'm gonna
Okay,
try a
right.
different sort of tactic for it.
Okay.
Instead of sitting on it, I am gonna try and stand on its back and balance on it as if I'm standing on like a surfboard.
Oh, all right. I'd like you to make an acrobatics check as you're trying to climb onto the tortoise. That just makes it like you see it's considering biting you for a second, but then kind of chills out and remembers that it's not back. And actually, no, balancing maybe not the easiest thing, but surrounded by a couple of tortoises, it really do feels like surfing on the one wave in the sea of similar backs, and you follow along, and you advance the way throughout the town with small kids cheering you wildly, and Mom, I also want to do that. Did you just see this lady fall? You know what would do to you? No way in a million years. As you pass surfing on your tortoise, I'd like you all to make another animal handling check, please. All right. Let's see. D, you've
Fucking
fallen
damn it.
before, and this time you barely are able to hold it. You manage to adjust the reins just a little bit to hold on. Houdini, well, your tortoise is a bit too free for its own liking, and it tries to turn the other direction from where you're going. With that, it rips the rein a bit. It doesn't rip quite the full way, but I like to make a dexterity, either dexterity or strength save, to see if you can manage to hold it together so it doesn't rupture too bad.
Okay. Dex save, you said?
Dex or strength, your choice.
Okay, I'll do Dex save, and then can I also try to cast a minor illusion out in front of the tortoise on the right path?
Okay.
Make
sure,
it look like some tasty, leafy bush.
Sure. All right. I'll roll something for it. How intelligent are tortoises?
The smartest and the goodest of boys.
I have the stat book.
My DC is 15 for the
Okay.
investigation check on
The
it.
best boys.
It has a chance to beat you. Is it big? No. Roll the natural 20,
Ah,
bringing it to 16. I'll get back to that in a second. Every other of you, you're doing very well. Sky, your tortoise is now confident. It's doing well. You know, it's going where it's supposed to be. The stars are lighting. Everything's cool. It like kind of jiggles a bit, and all of the pink decorations sparkle in the bright sun of today. This time it detaches from Havra's tortoise and attaches to Aerith, but somehow they're in sync. It's weird. So they're going like a little tortoise train in front. Your tortoise, however, now being free, advances, kind of stepping in very good coordination.
Am I
Very much
able to go faster?
proud of yourself. Oh yeah, Havra's ahead of you, just by a bit, not by much, but she's pulling.
Can I overtake Havra? Is there a space for it? Is what I'm asking.
The saddles are one person only. You would have to balance on a very, very roundly shaped, maybe slippery tortoise shell.
I'm thinking so. Okay.
And there's also, so they're 15 feet tall. They're also quite wide. So you have
Yeah.
to make a leap onto her tortoise as well.
But it's not, the street is not wide enough that I can overtake her. Like make
No,
the
no,
tortoise go
You
by.
cannot just reach you're not gonna reach her tortoise without getting off your saddle.
Okay, but I'm thinking about, can my tortoise ride faster, or are they like in a line?
You can certainly try. You can try bumping into her too. Like go for it.
I am gonna cast Long Strider on the tortoise, so it goes faster.
The spell, so I know. In the meantime,
How do you cast spells in this?
You click them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's usually if it may pop up underneath your
You click the
character sheet.
the spell name on the left. There will be pictures for spells. I think you click the picture, right? It's been
Yeah.
years played.
I take the picture. Yeah.
And then it should give you like cast a spell, what level
Yeah.
to cast a spell at. Just
Okay, there it goes. 10 feet. All right. That's very cool. That's a lot for that. Oh no, they actually go with the normal speed, 30 feet. But it advances slightly. Houdini, your tortoise did get distracted by that very, very tasty bushy bush. But then, before it reaches for it, he realizes that there's a target much closer to him at the moment, and he's gonna try to bite you. What is your AC?
Floating up in the air
Yeah.
above it. Okay.
But
My
since
AC is
you were
14.
tagged, that's how he can reach you. It's not gonna be easy for him, don't worry. But what is your AC?
14.
He's about to get a crit, and we're gonna witness the violent death of our first companion at the hands of a tortoise.
There's no way he does that.
listen.
Uh,
It's fine.
I'm trying.
If somebody dies to the tortoise, we just swap the person for a tortoise.
Yes.
We just
I will play a turtle. Just saying. If I die.
Didn't
take
get-
Florentina with us forever.
You know that the
What'd you say?
tortoises are faster than Aerith.
It
17?
just hit you for. Oh, a tail attack. Ugh. All right. Roll me a strength saving throw.
I'm bad at those. I'm a tiny little owl.
A strong
Uh,
owl.
It just catches like the last feathers of your. You have a tail, right? As an owl person. Your tail.
No. I mean, there's some tail.
Wait.
Like,
The last
sure, I have
feathers,
feathers.
a piece of body that sticks out of the main body of you, and you take 6 points of piercing damage. But you manage to get it back on track, ish, and float a bit up in the air, so it cannot reach you. It tries though. It really looks like a snuck. And you all manage to advance further. And you see on the other side of town, as you pass the cheering crowds, there is more of open fields. When next to it, some people are harvesting rice, but there's a bigger pen with some tortoises being chilling over there. I'd like you to roll me yet another animal handling.
Please, 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 please.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yay.
Sky, your tortoise has been dead on focused on going where it's supposed to go. It's pink, it's pretty, it's actually being really proud of how well it's doing. You can if a tortoise could manage could have a good posture, this one would have, right? It's like almost puffed how proud it is on itself. And you follow Adam closely riding into this pen. Dee and Houdini, you're not far behind. You managed to wrangle your tortoises and also ride in quite a spectacular style, surfing / hovering above your tortoises, and you arrive at destination. Then you look around and you're like, wait, there's more of us, right? More tortoises. As you see headers close in, and as you turn around, you see Aerith's tortoise who began to going fast to surpass you. However, you worried about that for a second, but then the tortoise kind of disappeared from your peripheral vision. You see it heading straight for a house. Aerith, you know for a fact this is a house you once repaired last year.
Yeah.
I'd like you to make...
Do I have time for a bonus action?
Sure.
Okay, I am gonna cast Misty Step. I am gonna fucking step off that shit. I can teleport up to 30 feet to
Yeah.
an unorganized space.
Yeah.
So I'll cast this and be teleported like behind the tortoise, so I don't actually jump into the building. So you see me just like frantically riding this tortoise toward the building, pulling out a coin and just like zoom inside the coin, and the coin vanishes, and I just like the coin just plumps down into the mud somewhere else, and I just spring out.
You see that happening, you're like, wow, nice. And then you see the tortoise just going straight for it. And it crashes into that house, damaging quite a bit of it, and you see a header running behind it, being like, oh no. And you hear a voice from inside, oh man,
And then Aerith is just like, don't worry, I'll repair it, it's fine.
And you see the headers trying to wrangle that. However, your tortoise was already going fast as well, and I'm seeing it. The other tortoise go for a house, and it caused such a ruckus, and so many people being gasping / cheering. You know, more noise, right? So that must be a great idea to follow there as well. Then, right? It doesn't go that fast, but it tries to bump you off so it can then match its competitor in the spectacularness of this event. I'd like you to roll me, unless there's anything you would do.
Just hold on tight.
I'd like you to roll me a dexterity saving throw then.
Sure. Saving throw, please.
You hold on tight. It doesn't change the fact that you're aiming at the other side of the same house. I'd like you to roll me another animal handling check. All right. Well, you cannot dissuade him from going in that direction. You kind of try to convey the simple idea: what if we don't crash into the house, but we crash into the other turtles? So you run full speed to the tortoise that Aerith has just abandoned, pushing him just a bit further into the house, as now he's trying to eat the dinner that the family was eating. You managed to hold on tight. It's a little bit of a blow when you come to such a halt, and you're unable to pull him further back. You have to dismount your turtle with the help of some headers that are trying to manage the distraction. And you join, both of you join Adam and your friends at the other pen. He smiles towards you and laughs out loud. Told you it's hard, right? Oh, it's kind of fun. It's the same house, isn't it? Oh, just don't tell the family. They've been already pretty sad last year, but hey, new painting walls, right? All right. Anyways, well, so you didn't finish, right? Sorry, not sorry. But for the rest of you, I have some medals. I hope you're not too sore from riding. But nice tactics. And he's gonna give you medals that are, each medal is unique. They're not no two are shaped the same. And as he gives them out to you, he says, "Well, I swear they've been made from tortoises that have thus peacefully and from natural causes, so don't worry about that part of it." And he passes you.
Can I roll an insight on that sentence?
Yeah.
I will.
Naughty tortoises get meddled.
I pulled the medals of Horizon back onto your stuff. Let me see your roll. Yeah,
19.
He seems to be telling the truth. He has a weird demeanor about him, but it's not. It doesn't mean he lies. He just considers it funny to scare people a bit. But it's yours is a piece of a shell. There's a claw and a tooth for your other stuff with a small engraving mounted on a simple string. But it seems to be a very ecological kind of don't waste anything approach. Sustainable, green, nice. And with that, this race is over with Adam gently, more herders than Adam, ushering you out of the pen as the tortoises proceed to try and fight one another. With the two ones that crashed with the building pulled back to the same pen. It says, "Well, thank you very much, you guys. So join us next year for the same thing, maybe different house, right, Aaron?" And
Iris is gonna tell her like that was a nasty crash you did.
Yeah, I think we're going to call that a tie.
I
Although
mean,
you did fall off your turtle and I didn't.
I didn't fall off my turtle. I just happened to jump off at the right time.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I didn't.
I mean, it's a tie then, right?
It's a tie. It's a tie.
I did a good job.
Yeah, we'll find something else. I'm sure there's something else.
We'll find an inn to settle this.
To be honest, at this moment, Havia, who is a dragonborn, so she's kind of like tall, unreasonably, and
Much
I don't
taller
think
than Iris.
and I don't think I ever said that, but Havia is, well, she's not built like a brick shithouse, but she is definitely on the,
Yeah.
yes, and she does strongly believe that sleeves are like devil's creation and sleeves are not. So she basically does this,
Marisha.
looks at Nairef and goes, "I wonder if they have arm wrestling."
With that, you recall that there were two guards mentioning.
If they do, get ready to lose.
There were guards mentioning that one of the gauntlets of theirs were crushed during a arm wrestling contest. So you can go ahead and search for it if you will. The place where you landed, there's you can call an event going on, and for it, it's a yearly event. It stays the same. A family owning this field uses the festival to get some discount on labor, and you basically harvest rice in teams to see who wins. And you can see the guy you competed with chilling on the sides here, the human from the surf, and teams of 2 trying to harvest rice the quickest. And this is in the immediate vicinity, but you're free to look for other stuff like the armorsmith.
Hera, are you good at picking rice?
I don't know. What goes into picking rice? She can like look at what people are doing, right?
Yes.
The ones that are contesting at the time.
So you can see that. Roll me a perception check, actually, as people are a bit into the field.
Houdini is trying to look at this as well. He's trying to see if this is a contest he could win.
Okay.
16.
So roll me a perception as well.
I just realized Houdini doesn't have proficiency in a perception check, and he's an owl. I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a blind owl. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So you can see each team of 2 has a strip of the field to harvest. Let me see what they're doing. So you designate a person that is the cutter, that cuts the stalks down, and there's the other person that gathers the cut stalks. So it kind of worked like a duo. One person cuts the whole thing, and the other one gathers into a not a basket. The other thing that you tie on top of the harvesting bag.
Sure. She's going to look at it and then look back at Arif and be like, I can do that.
You think you're better than me?
I mean, it looks like it's done in the teams of 2, so we'll have to. And she's going to start looking for D.
The other guys?
Or we can beat that. We can beat that, guys. I'm sure we can beat that, guys.
We can be the winning team, right, Ira? Like, this is... We can settle the rest at the inn later. We can...
Yeah, we can come back to the whole arm wrestling idea.
If you perhaps gather all the things, because... No, wait, I should gather because I'm so small, yeah.
Okay, would we be able to tell what goes into gathering and what goes into gathering? Like,
Well, you
can
can
we optimize this?
figure out that the cutting might be more strength based, as the stocks sometimes can be a bit stubborn, while the gathering will be definitely more dexterity based, as you have to go closer to the ground and gather it.
You seem like a strong woman.
Sure.
Strong for a woman, I'm sorry. Thought not so strong as a dwarf, but...
So
As you
you're sure
approach,
about that team?
I mean,
You don't want to go with him. I think I could help for gathering. I can fly. It might make things easier.
Arif is just
Okay.
gonna look at these like... So you think you can cut? Or gather?
Well, I have an idea for the cutting side of things.
Yeah? Is it good enough that we can beat the Dragonborn?
If it works, yes. If it doesn't, then definitely not.
Okay. I'm willing to try.
Okay.
sure, and I can go with the bird. Just before I'm going to look for Sky. Do you want to try? Do we need to find you? Like we can find you somebody. We can definitely find you somebody.
Well, maybe not for rice picking. Thank you so much. I'll just observe you.
And the guy that you competed at the pie eating contest lying on the grass there, he's like, "Great, I didn't want to do it anyways," and goes back to chilling with a hat on his face to protect from the sun. But as you approach, the two goblins presiding over a little booth they say, "Come, come! There's plenty of rice for everyone. Each one gets a 20-foot long, 5-foot wide strip of a paddy to harvest." And I mean, you know how it goes. He hollers out in a reedy voice. "First team to harvest the rice from their section wins." And not only you are competing. There's also a pair of drow siblings with broad-brimmed straw hats that are. You've stood here for like more than a minute. They're constantly bickering with each other, one-upping each other of which tactic of cutting and gathering will be the superior, and who is right to go their way. There's also a pair of two orcs ready at their grip already, pretty focused. You can see it's a mother with her son getting ready to harvest some rice. And as you take your places, since you happen to come in last, all of you have the two teams of you are next to each other, so you have a very good point to see how the other team is doing. And Sky, you watch it all unravel from the skyline.
David's just like cracking his knuckles, looking over at Hammer like.
Houdini will whisper over to Havra. I have something up my sleeve. Just watch once we start.
Rice.
I have something up my sleeve, just rice, just pours out. It's rice, I gathered this earlier.
I've already been there.
That's good, because I have nothing up my sleeve. Because I don't have sleeves.
You don't have sleeves, that is right.
And as you take your place and have this friendly discussion, you see a clear, loud whistle inclining you to start.
Right off the bat, while she's cutting the first bit down, Houdini's gonna cast Fog Cloud and have it, since he's casting a second level, it's gonna create a massive fog cloud that is 40 feet in diameter. Oh wait, no, sorry. It's a second level, so it's 80 feet in diameter. So it encompasses all of the other people's fields.
How tall is the fog cloud again?
It's a sphere, so it's since it's second level, it's 40-foot radius. I don't know.
A template, thank you.
I did, but it's gonna be wider than that. I don't know if I can edit it.
Heavily obscured. Okay. So you've been assuming you've been on the field on the edge. Let's say that. And you managed to do it. You guys see him casting it, and the fog starts to cover your side of rice. Luckily for you, well, you won't get lost since there's like all of the strips are separated from each other by some stalks and the some spikes or whatever, but put in the ground with a line next to it. But well, it's hard to see. And you guys on the Aerith with Duke, and you can hear the orc kid next to you trying to blow the fog away, making a strange breathing sounds. And darling, I don't think it's gonna work. We're just gonna work with what we've got here, okay? Don't worry, it's okay if we lose. Don't cry. You hear him hyperventilating on this side. The guy that was chilling next to you, Sky, stood up and said, "Well, this just got more interesting," and offers you some peanuts that he's been chewing on.
Thanks. Sky never says no to free food.
Okay, and I'd like you guys to make the person that is cutting a strength check.
Question on that particular point.
Yes.
I wanted to try doing this a little bit differently.
Okay.
Instead of using, like, I assume they give us like a scythe or something to try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try using my rapier instead.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
do
poke
an attack on the.
So rather than having like strong swings, the idea is I'm gonna be going for like quick, harvest by
Okay,
1,000 cuts kind of thing.
okay. I'll have it. So basically, it's Okay, I'm gonna have him roll a straight dexterity check.
Okay.
As your proficiency with the blade will nullify the disadvantage you would get from not seeing shit.
Sure.
And then the other people that are cutting would be an athletics check. Oh, I should be keeping track of all of this.
Bruh.
It's going great.
Let me just get a pencil.
Unfortunately, she's starting to get that food coma from the pies earlier.
Oh yeah, it's hitting
It's
hard.
fun.
Like the guy that's been chilling, he's been lying there for probably like an hour at this point, trying to recover from that. The orc, Houdini, and then there was Drow. All right.
Also,
However,
I
you
guess
can see
one other
you.
thing I might want to try as well, seeing the
Yeah.
fog descend, and I guess did we spot that it was Houdini that was casting it?
Yeah.
Okay, Dee would just kind of like go, okay, if that's how it is, then I guess we're treating this more seriously. Can I
Absolutely.
action surge to try and like harvest even quicker?
Of course you can.
Fantastic.
If we are treating harvesting as an attack roll, some of us have an attack have a bonus action attack.
It's not an attack.
Ah, such.
No, those dumb. Sorry. Okay. You can hear the mother of the orc also struggling with cutting the.
I thought you were about to say you can hear the mother of the orc also action surging.
Bro.
That would be fun.
Let me quickly redo that. Well, you can hear from the sideline sky as the drow siblings say to her, "See, I told you it will work. You don't need to see their eyes to cut it." As they advance just a bit, and as they move on to gathering, you guys still have to try to cut through this part of the slice. So roll it again, unless you want to try something more different. Oh, you were also accent surging. I don't see your second roll.
Oh, I can make another roll. It's the same, I guess.
You're having good rolls, Charlie.
Just how it goes.
It's still pretty bad. It's like you're basically more cutting through the thick fog than actually the rice, which is pretty infuriating. And you hear on your right side. Basically, you try to cut through it again. All of you can roll same checks unless you're trying something different.
I don't think I can somehow swap the cutting.
Houdini's gonna do minor illusion
Bitch.
in the field
Should I roll?
You can see anyway.
with the orcs.
Can you see? Do you have to see the place where you're placing the minor illusion?
It's gonna be a sound.
Okay.
I'm just putting it. And he's gonna. Oh, it has to do a template. Whatever. So it's gonna be the sound, and it's gonna be a very loud stomping, sounding like it would have been the horizon back tortoises, sort of heading that way.
Okay.
So people think that the horizon back tortoises are going through the fog.
Let's see. So what's your DC on that?
Investigation is 15.
Well, while the mother doesn't really pay attention to it and advances still the field, you hear the kid goes, "Tortoises!" It's not a feared scream. It's more excited and kind of stops gathering the rice and tries to find the tortoise. His mother collects him at some point and keep going, but it's slowed him down a bit. Meanwhile, Havra, you finally you got it, girl. You're it went. You finally cut some pieces that are now for who do need to gather. D, how's your rice? How's your rice cutting going? Doing good? Good rice?
Still the same.
Not good rice.
No, apparently not. I can't roll above a 10, it would seem.
Aerith, you were just standing there with your nose sack of rice to be filled, and you're like, man.
Yeah, I'm just like, man. How did I choose this, bro? What is going on?
And then you proceed to do that. Do that further. You can, guys from the silence, you're the only one that can hear that. The drows have successfully cleared and gathered that section of rice. It's been, a couple of minutes. Collecting rice apparently is not an easy labor, even if you make it into a race. And Houdini, you can now, in the next part, try to collect the what Havra has caught while D is fighting with that rice, like it was the worst enemy of life. Roll me another set of checks.
What do you need me to roll for the picking things up? Julia, what needs to be rolled for the gathering?
Sorry, sleight of hand for the gathering.
Oh, okay.
How good are you at it?
Yes.
Not 4.
Pretty good. He basically swoops down with the bag and kind of drags it at a fast pace, managing to clear that section. Dee, how's your rice going?
That's athletics that I have to roll.
Yep.
Hey, look at us doing great.
Let's go.
Hey, the first section is finally cleared. You've been hacking at it for years.
Years?
And,
Oh boy.
Aerith is
8,
almost
9
dying
years.
of age.
Like when the fog, you don't know, how old you will look like when the fog goes down. It felt like ages in there. Aerith, you can start collecting.
Yes. Is it a
those.
sleight of hand check?
It's a sleight of hand check. Meanwhile, the orcs also advance just a bit, and the drow makes some progress as well. Well, you do make up some time that has been lost, and try with D trying to get a feeling around the blade. So you're not quite catching up to any other team, but it's a start. All right, and Havra, you've cut a next piece of it, so Houdini can gather. And then here we have D trying to cut the next piece again. How long does the fog last? Just so I know.
Well,
Oh my god.
How long does the spell last? The fog?
Fog cloud lasts for an hour.
An hour. Okay, cool. Good to know. It's not gonna be an hour. Havra, you were making good progress, but this time you cannot quite cut through. And also, this type of hacking at the right spot, it's not the type of work you're used to, so it's a bit of a different set of moves. That makes it here. Houdini, on the other hand, you do gather another. You're basically halfway. You guys.
Houdini. Oh,
yeah,
Houdini's gonna whisper to Parvis and have Parvis invisible go interfere.
With whom?
With you said the drow were the furthest along.
You roll me a perception check to actually know that because they're a bit away and there's a lot of wreckers going around.
Oh yeah, there's also they're in the fog, so
Yeah, there's the purpose is not gonna see much,
okay.
but I mean you can try.
Nah, I can't see shit.
You're not quite sure because, as we said before, they're bickering quite loud. You're actually not sure if they're doing good or doing terribly. Because they're just arguing.
Okay, then he wouldn't because he thinks that they're doing pretty bad. He'll send him over to bother. He'll bother. We'll do D. Try to
I'm gonna
spook D.
stab your frog.
Okay. How is he gonna bother her? Also, remember there is a fog over there.
You're right. He's gonna try to. He's gonna have to roll perception, I guess, to find D.
Yeah. Well, it's not about finding her. It's about how accurate you are.
Oh, okay. Well, it's gonna he's gonna try grab her hand when she's trying to swipe. Basically, he's gonna use the help action, but to give disadvantage was my idea.
I see.
The opposite of helping.
Okay.
Like grabbing their hand so that when they try to swipe, it they get
I see. I
pulled
see.
back.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
A
For
five
for Parvis.
Parvis, yes.
Okay. Parvis doesn't have anything like that or any proficiency either, but that's fine. And he's still invisible from before.
Yes. That would be correct. What did you roll?
12.
Okay. All right. I'll take that into consideration. It's already been hard, D, and now something, just as you try to swipe, something is tugged at your hand. Not so much as preventing you from swiping or anything like that, but it kind of distracts you because what would be trying to drag your hand away.
Okay.
You can make another slash at the stuff, and so can Havra. And everybody else.
Let's go.
Okay. You managed to clear another section, and D, this tag actually kind of helped you. It's in a way of you've had enough of this bullshit, right? You just want to get through with it. It's right. And you clear out the next portion, so we can our gatherers to try and grab it. With Houdini gathering as well.
Would Parvis be able to tell that he was able to cut it down?
Sorry?
Would Parvis be able to tell that he was able to cut it down?
Not really. You cannot really see how much of it was cut down.
No, would Parvis know that some was cut down?
That D succeeded on cutting the area down?
Yeah. Would he know that some of the rice got cut?
Yeah, I'd assume so. He wouldn't see much of it though, because of the fog.
Okay. Telepathically, if he can relay that, I'd have him steal some and bring it over.
Okay. I'd like you to roll me a stealth check.
Cool.
As Parvis is trying to gather some and steal,
he is invisible. Does that change things?
No, because it's not for vision. They cannot really see him anyways.
Okay.
What happens is he's so focused on gathering the rice, which is also what you're trying to do, Aerith,
Yeah.
with not much success because you realize that something bumps into your hand. That is something that's trying to gather your eyes.
Okay. I'm gonna shove it away.
Okay, roll me an attack. I would say with it's just a strength check, I believe, for you.
Okay.
Just a unarmed shove to see
Just
if it.
strength check, ability check.
Yeah. What's Parvis's AC?
13.
13. All right. So as he is hit, it doesn't do much damage to him as it wasn't really violent, but he's
No.
swung away, and then that lets go of the rice. And you're able to recover some of it. Arif, though, throughout that time, you don't really manage to clean out the whole section. All right. Houdini. Was that for the sleight of hand was for you gathering the rice, right?
Yes, it was.
All right. So you guys are on the last patch.
Let's do this.
So let's roll for cutting, and
No.
Arif, you still have to gather this rice. They're really close. You cannot see shit. You hear the people next to you.
Shit
scrap-
back.
Havra, you're so excited by being almost the end. You miss the half of the rice in this tripe again, and you have to go through it all over again.
Fine.
It's not your turn, D. Actually, Arif didn't manage to, so that fail does not fail.
Impact you. It's not your.
Fine,
It's
good
not
rolls,
a you
good rolls,
problem.
Good rolls. Roll me
What was
your
that?
hand of sleight of hand check.
Hand of slight.
Hand of sleight check.
I'll roll it.
Okay, you managed to clear it. You're still a bit behind, but maybe you still got the chance.
Let's go.
All right,
Let's go.
Let's try slashing through it again as you hear Havra cutting through just for a head, giving a bit of motivation. Havra, sorry, darling.
Yeah.
The rice. It's kind of aggravating, right? You think you cut it all, but there's still so many pieces standing out. D, try it. Defeat the rice.
I got a
Oh
crit.
man,
Oh
Let's
my
go.
god.
this is nice. Like Aerith was a bit behind, and now you look up, you don't really see D, and then you have to see she's far ahead. She's fucking going at it, right?
I'm busy now. Yes.
You have a lot to gather. She's actually you basically almost cut down to the end of it, but there's still a lot of gathering to do. And the drows also move on to the last part of the orcs falling a bit behind as the kid is not interested in gathering rice anymore. It's kind of talking about meat pies and tortoises, begging his mom to ride it, but rice, nope. All right, Havra, go at it. And Aerith, you're trying to make that time out by gathering the fuck out of this stuff. And it works. You advance slightly, and you only have a small piece to both cut down and gather at this. However, you still cannot quite get them all. You're close. You're very close. You're not missing it by much, but it's still not enough to gather it all and to finish cleaning it off. Roll again, D and Havra. Finally, it's cut down all of it. So it does come down to both of you gathering the fuck out of the rest of the rice that is there. So I'd like Dini and Aerith roll me.
Okay, this is the money.
This is the money roll. As you, Houdini, flying and trying to gather most of it, you're almost finished, but then you hear just this scream of victory coming from Aerith. Yes, yes!
Lolo.
Down there, and you hear the goblins saying, "Well, I think it's done. Do you think the fog is gonna dissipate anytime soon?" But they do come over to inspect it and try to wind the fog away and stuff. And it is true, you managed to somehow, against all odds, all of them, finish it first, and the goblin kind of wave the fog away as much as they can. With the drows exiting defeated, you see smaller goblin, probably like teenagers and stuff, coming to finish the pieces that were not finished by the rest of the contestants. And you guys get a medal that is made of copper and engraved with a sheaf of rice.
Yes.
And hanged on your necks.
Eric's just gonna go. That was some good cutting.
Yeah.
I was doubting at the start, but suddenly got the hang of that rapier.
Havra, sorry, Aerith and D, and the medal. It's called the Medal of Wetlands. And it's in one of these stuff, and now you should have another one. And as you exit, the guy eating with you, Sky realizes the peanuts are all gone. Oh well. Holds it, slow claps, and goes back to lying down. And you exit it with the fog still hanging in the part, and the goblins taking it as a sign from above or from the participant to take a well-deserved break for dinner. It is starting to be mid-afternoon. You still have some time to do some contests. However, what you have left-ish, or what you remember you heard about, is the arm wrestling competition, of course, and there is a swimming event, down in the docks.
Was there a maze?
Oh, there was also a maze, that is correct.
Okay, so
Houdini. Is anyone else interested in the maze? I think that'd be kind of fun.
I'm not sure, Houdini. Are you going to cheat again?
What cheat? I don't know what you're talking about.
I've
Yeah,
met
that was good
spellcasters
talk
before
back
in
there.
my time, Houdini. You're not tricking anybody.
Houdini just stops focusing on or concentrating on fog cloud, and it disappears.
Houdini, could you by chance tell me what Parvus was doing?
Hmm?
Do you know what Parvus was doing this?
Parvis?
Yeah,
Parvis was perched on my shoulder the
No.
entire time.
Okay. It's just that there was some fingers shoved away, trying to gather up the rice.
You must be seeing things clearly.
Okay, yeah.
Javier is going to reach out her hand to shake Dee's hand. Whatever they were doing behind, I did not see shit, to be honest, because fog. Good job, good contest. We should try maybe not cutting rice, but do something else, because that can be an interesting fight sometime. Good job.
Thanks.
Arif, also good job. Would you like some celebratory pie?
I'm still full. You perhaps a little bit. I could have a slice of pie.
Roll me a constitution check. Just from the smell of it.
Will?
Yeah, you think you can have a slice of pie.
I'm
Yeah.
going to cut them a slice of pie.
Alright. And as you attempt to eat it, do you go at it fast, slow? Like what's your strategy? You're really full still.
I will try to savor it because it is the pie of victory.
Roll me a con check with advantage. As you slowly eat it as you're walking down the road. 14. You manage to eat it. It's tasty, but it doesn't feel great still.
Am I able to fake satisfaction?
Roll me a deception check.
I absolutely will.
No. You're like, delicious.
Just look at it, have like, this is some good pie. This is some good pie.
Yeah, they are wonderful.
And as you look down, are you headed for are you trying to find, what are you trying to find? Are you going for the mace? Are you going for the arm wrestling?
I guess we can start with the maze because Houdini wanted to check it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me move you down. So you walk.
Let's get lost.
You walk south down to the docks where a maze was built just for this event. Near the entrance to the festival grounds, a maze has been constructed out of 4-foot-tall walls of wooden planks, lashed together with ropes and propped up between sandbags. Banners are hung over the openings to the maze, signifying the entrance and the exit. The passageways of the maze are 5 feet wide. Off to the side, a tan-feathered Aarakocra sits on a chair 30 feet above ground, giving them a vantage point where they can see the whole area. A small crowd is cheering on and heckling the people inside. And near the entrance, you can see an ogre in leather armor that is encouraging a small, reluctant goblin in a breastplate to give the maze a try. Here, come on, Demar, you can do it. I've figured it out. I know how to get through it. You'll be fine. I cannot enter. It's big, but you can do it. I know you're small, but come on, mate. As it tries, and the goblin goes like, "My man, I don't really want to. It's like it's big and stuff." And as they go back and forth, you can see that the Aarakocra goes up from their chair and swoops down, picking a person out of the maze and settling next to the ground. Reached the dead end? Sorry, gotta try again. She looks at you and say, "Well, if you wish to try, you can study the maze all you want. No flying inside allowed, and it costs 3 silver pieces to enter the maze to participate in the challenge. Whenever you're ready, you know where
Houdini
to find."
will. Go ahead. Houdini will pay, but he's gonna send Parvis up above and telepathically communicate with him.
Okay.
D will also pay.
All right.
Yeah.
Avery will go too, yeah.
How
How
many
many-
will pay before?
Was it
3
3 silver?
3 silver pieces.
3 silver.
Correct.
Javier will pay, but before she goes in, she's going to like walk all over it, try to figure it out from the outside before she goes in.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check. Whoever's studying the maze from the outside.
She's great at those.
Okay, are
He
you
is not going to
participating?
study it at all.
Okay.
Does Parvis
Yes,
need to
nice
study it from
also.
above, or would that be?
Sky, continue, please. I think you kind of.
Yeah, Sky is also gonna participate and also gonna like study it
Okay.
from outside.
Avery feels comfortable that he's gonna win. He's not gonna study the maze.
Very
He's good
valid.
at navigating small spaces.
Of course.
Does Parvis need to study it, or is Houdini, or can they both study it?
Parvis. Well, you can both
Parvis.
study it.
Okay.
But.
And I have Parvis help me using the help action.
Not really, because you're studying at a different vantage points. If you want him to help, he'll not be looking from the outside, or it's just gonna take longer.
Okay, well, I'll study it separately.
That works with me.
What are the walls of the maze made from again?
Blah, 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 blah,
I see.
Wooden planks, lashed together with ropes and propped up between sandbags.
Okay. She's gonna call back to. Was it the Aarakocra that spoke to us about it?
Again?
Was it the Aarakocra that spoke to us about the maze?
Yes.
Told us the rules? She's gonna call back. No flying, right?
No flying inside, no. Also,
That's-
if you're too tall, you cannot enter. But you're not too tall.
Those are the only rules?
think so.
At this point,
If you reach a dead end, you'll be swooped and taken out of the maze.
Okay.
Where?
D is then
Alright.
going to walk up to one of the walls, place a
Okay.
foot on the wall, place another foot on the wall, and start walking up the wall.
Okay. I'll get back to that in a moment.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the investigations part. None of you gather much from walking around the maze, except Houdini. You're able, due to a small size, see from most likely beneath how it's navigated. You see some footsteps telling you which way would be the correct way to go. And just before you enter, you see T starting to walk onto the wall, to the very confused look of the Arakocra,
Arif too.
who they get up from their seat and they sit down again. They get up again. Eye you a bit. And kind of scribble. What are your passive perceptions? Is it not 14?
15.
15, okay. And you're actually closest to her. She takes down a small note. They take out a small notebook, and you hear about her. New rule for next year: no wool walking. Jesus Christ! But she does let you proceed, as you're not technically climbing the wall, which is what confuses her. The rest of you enter the maze, I assume, I presume, normal. And I'd like you all to make me a survival check, except Houdini, do you do it with advantage?
before making a survival check, seeing how D is allowed to climb, certain people have a normal climbing speed because of an athlete feat.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this a possible option?
Well, you can certainly try.
I shall try.
Okay. So as you start to climb, you do climb fast, but it's still climbing the walls,
Yeah.
as opposed to walking it.
Walking on them.
And you were pretty confident. You're like, yeah, that's a loophole. That's a loophole. And you were starting to do it. You hear a whistle of feathers going as you get swooped out and placed outside of the maze.
That's fine.
And then Sky, you traverse it very fast, and you actually make it through the other end before even D does, because there's some jumping and walking over the stuff included. You just basically beeline it to the other side, being met with a small cheer. Meanwhile, Houdini, you thought you said it very well, but somehow you still find a dead end. The Arakocra was busy with taking Havra out of the maze, so you can roll me a stealth check to try and quickly track your steps, retrace your steps, and go there. That just barely fails, as when you were just back on the right path, you get swooped from beneath and placed at the other side at the exit, with Havra. Aerith, you were just after Sky, very confident. You didn't even see them walk past so fast. You basically exited at the same time, kind of looked at each other.
And I just mother, I win.
And you have D joining right after, and two of your friends plop down.
I'll do like a
The
little
middle.
flip as I hop down.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Is it a back?
I am. It's a backflip.
It is a backflip with a very nice laugh, with like the very graceful and done quite well. And you're greeted with small applause for people who have failed and succeeded alike. And there's another Iroquois, very similar feather tint that comes over to you, and grants you yet another medal. Who is a piece of wood with a with a maze engraved into it. And bear with me as I put it in all of your stuff. So we have Arif, D, and Sky succeeded with the medal of the maze. D has quite a collection of the medals. I'll have you guys.
How many metals does Havra have? 3, right? You
Yeah.
have 2?
I'm going to check, but I believe I have 2. I have 2.
Wanted to know. This is
I
important.
believe Arif also has 2, I believe.
He has 3.
Hmm.
I got the wetlands. You got the pie one.
And you see after the after you successfully completed the maze, you see the ogre that was on the other side approach you, you three that have done it well, and says, "Well, congratulations! It is very nice to see people with cunning and with the instinct to solve things under pressure. Very nice. But I have a question to ask you. Well, it's nothing urgent, but if you find my friend Aya, would you tell her Dermot's wondering what the plan is after the closing ceremony? She has like dark hair and blue skin. She said she was going to complete a contest by the river, I think. Well, I'm kind of busy trying to convince Dermot over there to give it a try. It's not too hard, right? You guys did it, so I'm sure he could do it as well.
Yeah.
Do what? The maze?
Sure.
What did you say, Kindle? Sorry, did I hear?
Do what? The maze? Is that what you're asking?
Well, I'm asking you two if you find my friend Io, a blue-skinned a person competing by the river, to tell you that my friend, well, so a friend of her friend, no, Dermot is also her friend, to ask her that if she knows what we're doing after the closing ceremony, like pie.
You said her name was what again? What did you say her name was?
Io.
Io? I-O? In common?
A-Y-O.
A-Y-O. Okay.
Yes,
Sure.
yes. Did I stutter? Have I said it wrong?
No, I thought it might have been I-O, as in I-O.
It would be a pretty name.
Sure, if we like see her, we'll ask her.
Well, but how should we find you again?
Well,
So
if you
I can.
tell her we were asking with Dermot. Oh, I'm Maggie.
Maggie?
What?
Maggie, nice to meet you.
Hey Riff, nice to meet you.
Nice.
Are you from around here?
Oh yes, very, very much so. Yes.
What about your friend?
Dermot also very much from around here. He's not. Well, he's very brave if you ask me, but he doesn't want to go into the maze. I think he'd rather crochet. It's weird. And I have a picture for you of both of them.
Oh my god.
This is Maggie. And this would be our friend Dermot. Who, as Maggie speaks, you can see him trying. Jesus Christ! Don't. It zoomed in on the whole screen. His picture for me, and I'm trying to get back. As
Just
you're
Dermot.
you can see him in the corner of your art trying to slowly walk away from the maze. And Maggie also notices it and goes, "No, Dermot, no, let's talk about this again." And she leaves you to your business as she goes back to try to convince him to give it a try.
So, do you want to swing by the arm wrestling before we do the river thing?
I mean, if you're not
Because I
scared of
think-
losing.
I mean, it's gonna. She is there. She's going to be there, right?
The river is right next to you, just so
Okay, then we'll just do the river.
the
Yeah,
piers
let's
on
go
the
to the
south
river, yeah.
of Jigo are the river. It goes into the
Okay, then yeah, let's do the river thing.
amazing.
We take a quick intermission.
Sure. Let's take a 10-minute break.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Good for you. Oh, I prepped enough.